Hey everybody, pardon my microphone. I'm not using my regular computer setup here, so if it's, hopefully it's still good. I just have my little basic webcam microphone going. Anyway, so someone asked me to put together a little walkthrough for problem 6 on the week 13 quiz access. And so here we go. So this tells us, and your numbers will be different because this is algorithmic problem, which means it just recalculates the numbers each time, but you know that by now. Anyway, the BMX company has one employee. FICA Social Security taxes are 6.2% of the first 132,900 paid to its employees. The FICA Medicare are 1.45% of gross pay. Its federal unemployment taxes are 0.6, and its state unemployment taxes are 5.4% of the first $7,000 paid to its employee. All right, so then it gives us 3 scenarios. And in the 3 scenarios, A, B, and C, it has how much they've already been paid up to this date, and then it also has how much they're getting paid during the September pay period. So we'll start with scenario A, unless you're British. Then we'll start with scenario A. Anyway, so since this person's only made $6,500 so far this year, and FICA Social Security taxes are applied to the first $132,900 in this case, that means their entire earnings during the month of September will be subject to FICA Social Security tax. So they're getting paid $1,900. Tax rate for that is 6.2%, and it calculates for us, so that's nice. All right, our FICA Medicare, FICA, you'll hear people call it, is 1.45% of the gross pay. So again, I'm just going to put the whole amount that they're getting paid in September, $1,900, at the 1.45%. For federal unemployment tax, it's 0.6% or 0.6% for the first $7,000 they're paid. So since they've already been paid $6,500, and they're getting paid $1,900 this month, the whole amount they're getting paid won't be subject to federal unemployment or state unemployment tax. Instead, just the amount that brings them up to that first 7,000. So if they've made 6,500, then another 500 during September will be subject to the tax. Federal unemployment at 0.6 and state unemployment at 5.4%. All right, so there was scenario A. On to scenario B. So in scenario B, they've only made $2,800 so far this year, and they're getting paid $2,900. So I'm guessing this is a new employee since they're getting paid more in September than they've been paid all the way through the year up till now. So again, they're getting nowhere near this $132,900 threshold. So all of their pay, the whole $2,900, will be subject to FICA or FICA Social Security. The whole $2,900 will be subject to FICA Medicare. And then since they're not even close to the 7,000, like if we take what they made in the previous months and add this together, it still doesn't add up to the 7,000. That means the entire $2,900 that they're earning will be subject to federal unemployment and state unemployment. All right. Finally, the third scenario, we have a person who has made $128,600 so far and is making $10,000 in September. So now they're getting to where September's pay is going to push them over the Social Security threshold. Okay, so to figure out how much is subject to Social Security tax, I'll just bring up a calculator. I'll take the Social Security maximum threshold, 132,900, and I'll subtract the amount that they've been paid already to this point, which is 128,600, and that tells me that the next 4,300 they earn will still be subject to Social Security taxes, and then after that it won't be subject to it anymore, because that will get them to the threshold of 132,900. So we'll say 4,300 will be subject to Social Security, but Medicare doesn't have that cap. Okay, so Medicare is just 1.45% of your gross pay. So the whole $10,000 that they're making in September will get that for us. Federal unemployment, they're way over the $7,000 threshold. So federal unemployment will be 0 and state unemployment will be 0. I'll check my work just to make sure I didn't make a mistake. It looks like I'm all good. So I hope that's helpful to you. Also, something I would ask is if you find my videos useful or helpful at all, if you would either subscribe to my channel or at least like the videos or comment on them. I don't get any money for it, so don't think that I'm trying to drive my my revenue. I never monetize any of my classroom videos, but it does make it more visible to other people. And I've been surprised how many people at other schools have posted things that they've been grateful for stuff we've done here, at BYUI. So anyway, like or subscribe if it's useful so that we can get that information out to as many people as possible. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.